Are we truly creating for ourselves anymore, or just for likes and validation? Are we still happy with what we're actually creating, and are we having fun while doing so? I feel like these are very important questions we should ask ourselves as creators. Alright, enough talking, let's go take some photos. I feel like this is a pretty nice spot right here. This is a pretty nice road with leading lines over here. And it's a very nice thing that my wife is wearing like a orange shirt right now, because it will make her stand out. I think they're going to fly a hot air balloon over there. It's something we did last week, and it was such a crazy experience. But the day after we did that, a hot air balloon crashed in Brazil. So that was pretty crazy to think about that. I really like how part of this road is like shadow, and over there we have the sun going over the road. Oh, this road is pretty nice over here with these light rays. I really like how the sun is hitting my wife in these tiny areas. The thing is, the red stands out nicely in the background, but I just don't find it a very interesting subject. I think it's just a photo of nothing. So my wife says I should take this photo right here, because we have this nice path over there, which is actually a leading line. And there we have this like entrance. And maybe we could use these leaves as a foreground right here. So let's see if she's actually right. It would probably even be better if we had a subject over there. And right now I'm still shooting on the Fuji 23mm f2, but later we're going to switch over to the 35mm f1.4. This is a very nice spot right here. I used to walk over here with my dog. I think this is a nice photo right here. Like framing those people up in between these trees. This is a very nice path over here as well. But I think it might even be better from that side right there, because this is just a straight line right here. And over there we have like this slight twirl, and that makes the photo more interesting, to be honest. I think this is a pretty cool photo because we have this nice little sun flare right here. So I've been taking photos for over 6 years right now, and around a year later I started my YouTube channel. And I really love photography. I did everything and I tried everything. At first I wanted to just take street photos, then I wanted to do portraits, then I wanted to shoot cars, then I wanted to focus on travel, and in the end I just loved shooting everything. And I still had fun creating and taking photos, but after a while it wasn't really about the fun anymore. I really wanted to grow my YouTube channel and I wanted to get something out of it. Soon everything became around growing my socials. And like I said, I still enjoyed creating, but there was just always a hidden agenda behind what I was actually posting and creating. And after a while, I didn't take many photos anymore because I felt like filmmaking became more interesting for me. And that was also one of the main reasons why I started my YouTube channel. And in the end, I don't really regret it, like the fact that I was focusing more on filmmaking, because it really leveled up my filmmaking game. And my growth slowed down on social media. I wasn't getting as much engagement anymore. But in hindsight, I don't really regret that. And I feel like it's way better to do it like this and to keep changing topics over time and to just follow your gut, your instinct, and create whatever you feel like creating instead of just focusing on the growth. And as you can tell, I'm kind of speaking against myself, because on one hand, I say like I was focusing on the growth, and on the other hand, I was kind of following my gut and I wanted to do other kind of topics. But the fact that I was creating and I really wanted to grow my socials and my YouTube channel. Never really left. It was always there. But now I feel like I'm finally back. I really enjoy creating photos again, and I'm just having fun. And I feel like my photography style has changed a lot. I feel like I'm more documenting daily life instead of just like going over to sick places and trying to capture those. Overall, I just feel like I'm enjoying photography way more again. And I believe there are a couple of reasons for that, but we'll talk more about that later. Alright, now I switch to the 35mm f1.4, which is basically the 52mm. The rendering of this lens is just beautiful. Oh, this could be a nice shot of this bee on these flowers right here. And I really like how you can isolate your subject with this lens. So I was talking about a couple of reasons of why I enjoyed photography again. And one of those reasons is the fact that I switched completely over to Fujifilm, both for my video work as for my photography work. I don't know what it is, but I feel like a brand such as Fuji is more inspiring to shoot with compared to Sony, for example. Is Sony way better with autofocus? Yep, but that's not really the most important thing for me. I feel like whenever you're doing a craft such as photography, it's not the most important thing to have like the best gear on paper and to have like technically the best gear, because where you're not enjoying the tools that you're actually using, then why are you actually doing that craft? I mean, there are probably a lot of professional painters and artists who prefer to use like an older classical guitar, for example, or like an older paintbrush compared to the latest and greatest. And I feel like apart from Leica, which is obviously the ultimate photography experience, with their rangefinder style cameras, there's no other camera brand to actually compete with Fuji's OVF and EVF hybrid systems, such as you can find in the Fuji X Pro and in the Fuji X100 series. And shooting with one of these cameras combined with a light prime lens is just way more enjoyable compared to using a heavy 24 to 70mm f2.8 or even f2, for example. And honestly, the fact that I switched over completely also makes me super excited for a future X Pro release, because that's going to come for sure. And then there's social media. The most important platform for me personally is my YouTube channel. I feel like it gives me the most fulfillment, and I really enjoy creating videos such as these, and it's really what I want to make my career and my full-time job of. On Instagram, I barely get like 50 likes these days, and even if I get 50 likes, that's actually a lot, but I actually can't be bothered anymore. And because of this, I also started to realize that Instagram is just not the best way to curate your work and to show off your best work. And I just wanted my work to be seen the way it was meant to be seen, without any file size or format restrictions. But let's talk about that in the studio. To do this and even more stuff, I use Pixpa, the website builder for creators. This video is also sponsored by Pixpa, by the way. Thank you so much for being the first official sponsor of the channel. First of all, it's super easy to set up. I built my website in only a couple of hours. Simply choose between one of the 200 plus beautiful templates and upload your photos and videos, and your website will be up in a matter of hours. Yeah, you heard that right. So this is what my website looks like. Here I have a section with my best photos, which is basically my homepage, and in this section I share my favorite YouTube videos. And what I feel like makes Pixpa so great for me is the fact that you can sell products as well. I use it to sell Lightroom presets, LUTs, and Davinci Resolve powergrades. I really love how you can highlight products through these flashy tags and how you're able to show before and afters of your color grades. And then I also added a simple about me and a contact page. If you work with clients, you can easily build beautiful branded client galleries. You can even make custom client photo gallery apps. offer clients high-quality prints and wall art directly from your galleries. Delight your clients with beautiful keepsakes while growing your income. You can also sell high-resolution digital files effortlessly, whether it's personal photos or commercial licensing. Pixpa makes delivery seamless and profitable. When selling prints, you can choose a fulfillment center of your choice. And besides that, all of the products and prints you sell have zero commission on them. And now is a better time than ever to build your own website, because you can use the code EPIC for a 40% discount on an annual plan and 55% discount on a 2-year plan. So if you're interested in any of these and want to create a beautiful, easy to make website, head out to the link in the description below. Besides having an online portfolio, I also truly believe in the fact that when you're a photographer, that you have to print your work. There's nothing more magical than seeing your work in real life and being able to hold what you actually created digitally or through film. And to do that, I bought my favorite purchase of the year. And this was the Canon Self-ECP 1500, I think. And this is a small printer that allowed you to send the files from your phone to the printer, and then you can easily print whatever photos that you want. And I also really love the fact that you're able to add a border to your images, and that's something that I really like. The printer itself was pretty cheap. I think I bought it for 100 euros, and the paper in combination with the ink itself is also pretty cheap. I think for 108 prints that it costs like 28 to 30 euros depending on the promo, so that's actually pretty affordable and the quality is pretty good. And because of this, I'm actually making some kind of photo book, like not a real professional one, but just one for myself to see how my work has evolved over the years. And my final thoughts about this entire topic and this entire video is that if the entire reason and your sole reason for posting your work online is just for the sake of growth, then you're probably doing it for the wrong reasons. Because if you don't love the art, if you don't love photography or filmmaking or let's say painting, and you just want to monetize it, then you're probably not in the right place. Obviously, if we want to grow, we gotta be able to play the game sometimes and just try to feed the algorithm what it wants, but try to minimize that and try to put your art and unique creations first. Otherwise, what's the point? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this entire discussion. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Khan out. Peace.